There's a great American general. It might have been Patton. It might have been one of those guys. Essentially said, I think it was actually Eisenhower now that I think of it. But essentially, it's like preparing and having a plan is essential. But when it actually comes to acting out the plan is essentially useless in terms of, like, and the general said it, whether it was Eisenhower, Patton, whoever else, was essentially that you need to plan. You need to have a plan. You need to prepare. You need to have all these things, because the simple act of going all these things and having a strategy and a plan is essential, because it gives you all these insights and makes you think in ways that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. You need to have a plan, a strategy in place for you to be successful. Now, that actually, when it comes into, say, an actual battle, a war, sometimes that plan gets thrown out the window because there's all types of obstacles, there's variables, there's all things that pop up. And sometimes you just simply can't follow that plan, because if you did, you would be toast. It doesn't actually apply in those certain situations. But with that said, you still need that preparation. You still need that plan. You still need to have a strategy. So when you are faced with these adversities that pop up, you're able to handle them because you already done the thinking and the strategizing beforehand, and you're able to kind of adjust and work with the flow of how things are going. So essentially, planning is imperative, but following that plan is almost impossible when it comes down to the intricacies of that plan and when it comes to all the variables of life. With that said, I think goal setting is one of the most overrated aspects of the personal development world, in terms of people think they like to spend so much time planning, essentially. This is where it's overrated. It's essential, by the way, but it's also overrated because people like to spend so much time planning about things and talking about things and, having all these ideas and these grandiose, thoughts of amazing success, and they never actually do. They never actually go out and take the steps to achieve this goal. They think they can just sit at home and manifest all these amazing things into their life. Meanwhile, their life passes them by. So again, goal setting is incredible. But the fact that too many people don't properly take the action when it comes to the aspect of goal setting and what they're trying to do is the part where it's really incredibly flawed. And I think people spend too much time focusing on the goals. Even coaches out there, even personal development, health coaches, whatever type of coach you want to talk about, personal coaches, I think they really highly overrank and spend too much time with the goal setting aspect. With that said, I want to talk you quickly through the quick framework of goal setting that I like to use, which is called SMART goals, and it comes from an NLP teaching. The SMART goal stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And just real quickly, specific means you get real specific about what your goal is. Rather than saying something like, I want to be healthy, for instance, you could say something specifically like, I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months by eating healthier and exercising regularly. Measurable goals, something like, I will track my weight loss progress by weighing myself every week and keeping a food diet. Now, this obviously is an example for someone who's trying to lose weight, but measuring these goals like every single week, whether your goal is to lower your anxiety, whether your goal is to lose weight, whether your goal is to gain more confidence, having an ability to measure this goal on a week-to-week basis, or perhaps a day-to-day basis if you want to take it that far, is very important, and it's actually essential to see how you're progressing so you can adjust the game plan on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. Achievable goals. The goals have to be achievable. I will achieve this goal by reducing, again, we're talking about fat here. I will achieve this by reducing my calorie intake by 500 calories per day and exercising 30 minutes 5 times a week. Something like that, super achievable. So again, goal has to be attainable, has to be realistic, and it has to be in your mind something that you can actually achieve. If you say something like, I want to lose 50 pounds in a week, you know that that's impossible unless you get a surgery, which, has its obviously downsides and potential side effects and all these other things. But realistically, in terms of what you're doing, the actions that you're taking has to be achievable in the back of your mind. Relevant. As far as relevancy goes, the goals should be relevant to your overall life plan and values. In NLP, for instance, the goals should align with your broader objectives and what truly matters to you. So something like, this goal is relevant to my overall desire to improve my health and well-being and have more energy for my daily practices, or to have more energy to do the things I love. Like, it has to be super relevant and has to really be meaningful for you to actually go out and take the actions needed to achieve the goal. And the last thing for SMART goals is T, for the T is time-bound goals. So it has to be something like something with a clear time frame in it. The importance of setting a deadline to create a sense of urgency really helps you to actually take action and know that you have to act right away, because if you don't, you're wasting time. If you have a goal of, say, 8 weeks to achieve, X amount of goal, lose 20 pounds, or lower your anxiety levels, lower your stress levels, gain the confidence you want to gain, or get a raise at work, whatever it may be, it has to be time bound. Other than that, it's just an idea. It's just a hope, a wish, a projection into the future of what you want to manifest one day magically. That will never actually happen. So it has to be time bound, it has to be specific, has to be relevant, has to be achievable, and has to be measurable so you can actually keep track and adjust as needed.